Welcome to that which is squeezed freshly in the cast that is of the pod persuasion. When the Norse god of thunder once fought Mike Tyson, he said he was Thor.
That's a good one, Mike.
Yep. Now, we are going to be doing things a little differently today. Some of you may very well have noticed that Jason does not appear to be here today. We'd like to introduce Weaver as our new host and make mention that the partners have temporarily removed Jason as a host because they thought Weaver was more profitable in terms of audience appeal. Also, Schlooby Snack admits, well, I'll let him do that.
Oh, you're muted there, Shluby
How,
Snack.
how about now? How about meow?
You're good.
Yeah.
The partners
Anyways.
prefer that you can actually be heard on the podcast. Just noting.
I would
don't
say
know.
so.
They may not. They may not actually. But anyways, they have been paying me 9 cents a mile to drive, so I'm not doing it today, but maybe next time.
Wow, hail the partners.
Hail indeed.
So, what are we going to talk about today? We got any topics?
Well, might as well start where the most fun would be. What is the Waffle House Index?
Oh, the Waffle House Index. I heard about that this week. A lot of people were talking about it.
Can you can kind of elaborate?
Holy shit! Is anybody else seeing this fucking penguin up here? No.
That's very discriminatory against penguins, Shluby Snack. I don't think the partners would appreciate that.
It's just reminding me of isn't it? What movie is that where Adam Sandler just keeps seeing a penguin in different locations?
Billy Madison.
Is it Billy Madison? Okay.
Well, I just looked up over here this Waffle House Index. It, according to AccuWeather.com, it's an informal measure of a storm's activity. Let's bring it up on the screen over here. So it's an informal measure of a storm severity and its effect on a stricken community, essentially. And it really has to do with the Waffle House's reputation for being well prepared for disasters and either remaining open during disastrous weather or reopening shortly afterwards.
I like how this is actually on the AccuWeather website.
Right. Well, you want
A little something.
You want to continue on there, Mike or Shluby Snack?
I'll take it. Waffle House Index is an informal measure of a storm severity and its effect on stricken communities, coming from Waffle House's reputation for being well prepared for disasters and either remaining open during disastrous weather or reopening shortly afterward. Craig Fugate, or Fugatti if you're going to be a dick about it, who was the FEMA administrator, coined the term shortly after the Joplin tornado of May 2011. The massive tornado devastated the town and caused $2.8 billion worth of damage, and it also killed 158 people and injured roughly 1,150 others. Both of the Waffle Houses in Joplin. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's enough money to, kill somebody over. Wouldn't you agree, Schloobs?
I just like the last name Fugatti.
Oh, well,
Fugatti.
there you go.
But I would also agree. I would agree that his last name is actually Fugate, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue anything else.
Both of the Waffle Houses in Joplin, however, remained open during the tornado.
Well, I mean, that's what you have to do for business. I mean, the partners would probably agree with that.
I would say so. What with the money grubbing that they do.
For sure.
I mean, hail the partners.
Waffle House, especially the locations in areas that get a lot of hurricanes, has a reputation for its effective handling of disasters. It has a limited menu prepared for times of food shortages and power outages. It also is a pretty good place to get in a fight. That's what I hear. But
absolutely.
It also...
I've heard that it's set up like it's designed for fighting.
It's
I mean, if you
So
look real close into the corners of every Waffle House, you can see that they actually have turnbuckles built into them.
that's convenient.
Yeah.
But it also assembles Waffle House jump teams who can quickly reopen the restaurant after a disaster as soon as it is safe to do so. Other franchises such as Lowe's, Walmart, and Home Depot have similar policies. So Panos Kouvelis, who is both the director of the Boeing Center for Supply Chain Innovation and the Emerson Distinguished Professor of Operations and Manufacturing Management at Washington University in St. Louis, called Waffle House and other companies role models for disaster preparedness. I mean, that.
I get the feeling that those people have never been in a Waffle House.
Right?
Just
Likely
based on,
not.
just, at least not recently. Maybe like in their wild years or something, but they
If
ain't
you
stopping.
have a net worth of over $250,000, you have never seen the inside of a Waffle House.
I mean, you might have seen the inside of a Waffle House because that's where you get your drugs.
Hey, White Tiger, how you doing? But no. If you have that kind of money to your name, you get better drugs from better places.
Fair
You know,
enough. What do
like
I
a
know? I'm
Harvard
just a
student.
penguin.
Better drugs from better places, from better people. Papa John's.
Penguins just get their drugs from other penguins.
Not those shifty ass polar bears.
Right.
Fucking white bear.
Those motherfuckers will kill you. You gotta watch out. I would know, I'm a penguin. The Waffle House Index has 3 levels based on the amount of service that the restaurant can provide right after a bad storm. Green, full menu. The restaurant sustained little to no damage and has full power. Yellow, limited menu. The restaurant is running out of food or has limited power. And red, the Waffle House is closed due to severe flooding or damage. So we've got a screen up over here.
Hey, before you go any further, Jason, I'm looking at the Twitch feed and it seems to be frozen.
I don't know who. Jason's not here today.
Penguin, whatever your name is.
Weaver,
Twitch feed
come on,
of
it
the-
hasn't even been that long.
Okay, sower. Anyway, whatever. Take a peek at the Twitch feed. It's a little frozen.
I thought it was just that you upset the producers.
The natural order or the balance? Yeah,
No,
kind of.
no, the producers, and they just turned you into a penguin. I thought that was the deal.
No,
We
my name's
we
Weaver,
replaced you.
not Jason.
Yeah, Weaver indeed.
Let's go over and find out what's going on with the Twitch here.
It appears to be stuck. Ruh-roh.
We're
Oh, I didn't lose you.
uh
Is it still stuck?
I can't tell. I haven't got onto it yet.
Oh,
I'm still trying to log into it here. Partners require us to have 16-digit passwords.
well, of course they do. Seems like it's not frozen anymore.
It's not frozen anymore because it's showing up on Facebook.
Huh. It's not
So-
frozen on Twitch anymore.
Okay, well, we'll just have to keep on
But it would
trucking
appear
then.
that Schloobs has been replaced by a dog.
Wow, that's amazing.
Innovative.
Highly innovative. Okay, well, anyway, this is I don't know where this would be at on the scale here, but okay, I understand. What do you think? Do you think this was a red? Waffle House red? It sustained too much damage.
I'd say that they can still work.
Yeah, I mean they could probably still pump out some pancakes with that much damage.
That's high up enough. I don't think it hit the gas lines to the grill. I think they're fine.
Right? So anyway, people were talking about the Waffle House Index due to essentially there being a big storm coming about over in Florida. Hurricane Ian, is it called? I think.
Which I must admit is a very bitch ass name for a storm.
Right. Whoa, you're getting kind of close. We didn't even get the Schlooby snack. Is that still Schlooby snack or
No, that's a dog.
random dog? Random dog is over here.
Seems like it is, yeah.
One
Hey,
that
random dog,
seems to
your eyeballs are fucked up, dude.
I say one that seems to be trying to figure out how to blink.
Right. Well, let's go over to the next story here. What do we got?
Well, let's take a peek.
So,
Jake Paul being sued for over $100 million.
yeah, this is hot news right here.
I mean, anytime the Paul brothers are in the news, I generally tend to just go ahead and jerk off instead of reading it, but you know.
Well, that's your preference. It is a free country. We can't do
That it
that in the
is.
North Pole because,
Well,
yeah.
you got flippers for one.
Well, yeah, that's pretty difficult to do it if you're a penguin.
I feel like Jake
Yeah.
Paul's always being sued for something.
Probably.
So,
Like,
we're going to read from this article in Game Rant, and then we're going to kind of discuss it a little bit.
game rant? Why game rant? Come
Look
on.
at that. He just looks controversial.
Nah, he looks stupid.
Controversial YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul is being sued for $100 million over claims that certain boxing matches were fixed. Controversial YouTube has landed him. Yeah. Jake Paul has landed himself in a tight spot after claiming a specific judge has been fixing boxing matches, potentially costing him $100 million. While the YouTuber turned boxer is no stranger to making bold, unapologetic statements, it appears that he may have crossed a very expensive line this time. Jake Paul, along with his older brother Logan Paul, have made a name for themselves making social media content using their outspoken personas, seemingly pivoting towards boxing in recent years. Jake Paul recently accepted a fight offer with KSI. The British YouTuber previously beat Jake's brother in 2018, with the Jake KSI fight scheduled next year as winner take all, which may be money Jake Paul needs. The problem child recently appeared in a now deleted IFL TV interview where he claimed boxing judge Glenn Feldman was being paid by company Matchroom Boxing to fix matches. Clearly, this guy is getting paid money by Matchroom Boxing. Paul said regarding Feldman's scoring, the judge recently ruled in favor of Irish boxer Katie Taylor over Amanda Serrano, who is represented by Jake's MVP brand. The same judge had Anthony Joshua outscoring Alexander Usyk in their latest rematch, which also bothered Paul. So, in other words, he just made some kind of off-the-wall comments there and couldn't back it up, and now he's going to get sued. That's hilarious. Yay.
Well, controversy sticks to those guys like flies do to shit.
Right?
And they are in fact shit, and controversy is indeed flies.
That it is.
If you look behind me, I have a white cat climbing my chair.
A white
Her
kitten,
name
you say?
is Sasha.
Nice.
She's not a kitten, she's a cat. She's actually the kitten who was up until recently our mascot. That is actually her mother.
Wow.
Come here, Saucy.
Family.
Look
Family.
at this kitty.
Family.
Look at this kitty.
Family. 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 Family.
I think something just happened to Weaver there.
Well, penguins just really, really like the Fast and the Furious series.
I was gonna say, what are you, fucking Vin Diesel right now?
I was worried for a second there that the Discord was fucked up.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and move on. Do we have any
Are we?
farther? Do we have any further comments about Jake Paul? Anything?
Other than the fact that I want to kick him in his face a few times, no.
That's a very kickable face.
I mean, I would say kickable, punchable, and every sort of bludgeoning strike from any body part that I can imagine, as well as a bat.
It's pretty crazy.
Yes.
Do you think he even has $100 million?
I don't know. Let's check.
Let's see. Jake Paul net worth.
I beat you to it. 17 to 30 million.
Wow. So that'll pretty much can't back that one up.
Not even slightly.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's go a little international. What do you think?
Sure.
All right. Well, evidently, over the past week or so, Russia has granted citizenship to Edward Snowden.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. The anti-surveillance whistleblower accused spy Edward Snowden was granted Russian citizenship Monday, according to a decree signed by Vladimir Putin. Former NSA contractor was among 75 foreign nationals given Russian citizenship with a stroke of Putin's pen. Snowden has been living in Russia since 2013 when he fled there after leaking classified documents that revealed the mass surveillance of American citizens by their own intelligence apparatus. Just take a moment here to mention that Edward Snowden is an absolute fucking hero. And he deserves to be treated as such, not as a fugitive.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Now, the Russian passport was granted at Snowden's request, according to Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov. Snowden said that in 2020 that he would be seeking dual Russian and U.S. citizenship along with his wife, American Lindsay Mills. The couple's son, born later that year in Russia, is a Russian citizen. Russian law does not require prospective passport holders to renounce their prior citizenship, and there is no indication that Snowden has. Snowden, who faces espionage charges in the U.S., has said previously that he would return to the country if he felt he would receive a fair trial. There was no reaction from Snowden, whose name appears without Kremlin comment in a Putin decree conferring citizenship on a list of 72 foreigners.
So what are the chances that he would actually get a fair trial?
Nil.
Nil. He's like, can't do it. Not gonna be
hey,
fair.
the dog's gone. Schloobs is back.
Yay.
Yeah, the dog's in the background now.
Yay.
You're a big fan of Animorphs, weren't you?
Maybe.
Never took part myself. I liked the covers of the books, but I never read any of them.
Oh, there you go. Well, so I think that the whole Putin not really it wasn't mentioned by the Kremlin seems kind of suspicious to me. I mean, are they just kind of like trolling the U.S. a little bit by saying, hey, U.S., we'd be glad to take this guy who's been accused of espionage?
Distinctly possible, but who knows? I almost think it's probably not even related. It sounds like he just went through and did his whatever he was required to become a Russian citizen.
Very possible that he did just kind of follow procedures.
I think he just followed procedure. That's why his name is with a list of a bunch of other people who are being citizens. It's not like they were making anything special of it. I think the article is making something more special of it than anything else.
I think your face is pretty special.
I don't think
that's
other than in ceremony. I don't think Putin was like, that Snowden guy, we got to make sure he's a citizen.
I don't know.
Okay.
Putin knows the stuff.
I'm going to go grab something to drink real quick. If you guys want to start the next one without me, I'll join right back in.
Sure. So for the next one that we have up here, NASA has been doing some work over the past week. And I got to say, it's some pretty cool stuff, even for penguin standards.
Are penguin standards really high? Or?
Yeah, of course. NASA's DART spacecraft successfully slams into asteroid in historic test of planetary defense. It was a cosmic NBC News says it was a cosmic smash-up watched around the world, a NASA spacecraft intentionally slammed into an asteroid Monday in a historic test of humanity's ability to protect Earth from a potentially catastrophic collision with a space rock. The agency's DART probe, short for Double Asteroid Redirection Test, carried out the first of its kind maneuver on a small and harmless space rock known as Dimorphos, which is about 6.8 million miles from Earth. Let's give it a look
you're,
here.
You're saying if there's precious metals on that asteroid, we're not just gonna say fuck it and let it crash into us so we can mine it?
Well, we don't have any oil from asteroids, so I don't think anybody'd be interested in it. And
Let's give this a look here.
wants me to pet the cat more, so I'm going to do just that.
Let's take a look here.
Wow.
4.
From science fiction to reality.
And we have impact.
This morning, NASA is hailing its history-making test of a planetary defense system with...
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Awaiting visual confirmation.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. We got it? Waiting.
And we have impact. A giant leap for humanity in the name of planetary defense.
Woo. Fantastic.
It's been a successful completion of the first part.
That guy
of
is
the
a straight up
world's
alien. That guy right there.
He just looks like it.
I mean, you can tell right there. Look at that.
Yeah, that head is way too big to not be hiding giant gray eyes.
Yeah. Very suspicious as a penguin, just saying.
First part of the world's first planetary defense test. And there were years of hard work. There was a lot of innovation and creativity that went into this mission. And I believe it's going to teach us how one day to protect our own planet from an incoming asteroid. I really look forward to learning all about what's happening from the observatories.
Take me to your leader.
So they can tell us about the changes in this asteroid's orbit. So thank you to this international team.
What would really suck
We
is if
are
they,
showing
accidentally redirected it towards us.
That
Oops.
would suck.
Oh, geez.
that planetary defense is a global endeavor, and it is very possible to save our planet.
Well, there you go.
Angie's List?
No,
is
not
now
Angie's List.
and
Get
it's
out of
easier
here.
Than ever to
That
get
almost,
your
like the way
projects-
that message ended made me think that there might actually just be an asteroid head towards us and they're not telling us about it.
So they kind of summed up everything there. But the Dimorphos, which measured 525 feet wide, orbits a much larger 2,500-foot asteroid named Didymus. Neither Dimorphos nor Didymus pose threats to Earth, according to NASA, yet. They don't pose a threat yet. But they may pose a threat someday.
Well,
Any thoughts or concerns?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Kind of surprised I haven't heard about this launch since it happened 10 months ago.
And I heard about it a while back, and people were a little upset that so much money was put towards it. Evidently, it cost like multiple hundreds of millions of dollars.
No, they said at the
$25
start.
million mission.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Why would people be upset about that?
I mean, that kind of money could absolutely have gone towards other things.
Like the military?
Anything but.
That's
I'm talking like, I don't know, hurricane relief.
That's a drop in the bucket compared to like what we put in the military, though. I mean,
Oh, no, absolutely.
I feel like people should be more upset about redirecting other funds than that.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm just saying, you know, that kind of money being put towards something like planetary defense is a good thing to implement. However, I feel like research on the matter could have been, I don't know, just as productive as opposed to just testing something. $325 million going into a spacecraft that ultimately is just going to explode. I mean, come on.
Penguins don't spend a lot on the military budget, so I'm going to have to agree that if we can spend a bunch of money on the military that very often send things out to go be exploded on a regular basis, then we can do the same thing for science and potentially saving the Earth in the event we're going to have an impact with a large object.
Yeah. I'd say so.
All right. Well, we'll go over and call that one done.
Why not?
So we're just going to have a talk about the Russian draft. Have you heard anything about this?
Very little.
Does that mean Snowden can be drafted now? He's a citizen, actually.
Hey, that's definitely possible. So this is a Forbes article here. I will read a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and discuss it because it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed. Russia will mobilize 300,000 men in an effort to make good its losses in Ukraine and expand the army, President Vladimir Putin announced Wednesday. That's a smaller mobilization than some analysts expected. It's no more likely to make a difference in Ukraine. The Kremlin will only draft those who served in the armed forces and have certain military specialties, Putin said. Students, single fathers, and federal legislators are exempt. The goal, according to Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu, I guess, is to grow the Russian army from its current authorized strength of 900,000 troops to 1.4 million starting next year. So this has been a pretty big deal because last year the Russian government passed legislation making the drafting age for people for the military from 18 to 65. So essentially, whenever Putin went and did this, went over and caused people to be drafted into the military, it caused just a exodus outside of the country. So
could you imagine being in your 60s and they're like, we're drafting you into the military?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. So on September 21st, this is from the New York Post, the Russian government began a mobilization of its citizens to the armed forces in support of its invasion in Ukraine. Russia may refuse to acknowledge dual nationals, U.S. citizenship, deny their access to U.S. consular assistance, prevent their departure from Russia, and conscript dual nationals for military service, it said. The embassy noted that commercial flights out of the country are extremely limited and often unavailable on short notice. And I remember in this other article that they are blocking flights for anyone aged 18 to 60 at the current moment. Or males 18 to 60.
That's a bit much, I would say.
Does Russia have required service?
Yes,
like some countries?
1 year of required service.
So I think it's kind of funny that they specify that they're only going to pull from the pool of people who have had prior service, but that would be anybody, pretty much, because it's required anyways.
Hey, thanks for the follow, the True Wizrad. I think that's how you say it. How's it going, Heather?
Wizrad. Hey, Heather. Hey, baby. How you doing?
So let's go ahead and imagine for a second that you're a penguin. I don't have to do that. I'm already a penguin. But
fish, yum yum.
But if you were to be standing on the street and all of a sudden they're like, by the way, we don't like what you did, you're getting sent off to the military. Because that's what they're doing as well. If you protest the war, they send you off.
What do we need, Wizrad?
I almost might know what they're talking about before they even say it.
Happy feet.
New crispy pretzel chicken fries at Burger King. Crispy crunchy pretzel outside, tender juicy white meat chicken inside. New crispy pretzel chicken fries. Or try the original chicken fries only at Burger King.
Wow. Does that
I
make
think I want Burger King now, actually.
Yeah, there we go. Have to get some Burger King.
Burger King sounds tasty.
Especially...
Oh, God. Marketing works.
That cat's digging whatever you're doing there. Or is it itching?
No, she was scratching her head.
Oh, okay.
She's got a flea problem.
So these Russians are fleeing for the border. Many hundreds of thousands of Russians are fleeing to the border.
Was that an intentional setup there? Or...
What?
Oh, Mike was like, the cat's got a flea problem. They're like, well, they're fleeing to the border.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, geez. Well, if there's no further comments, we will move to the next segment. News
Well,
can
I
be
have
over.
one further comment, actually. Just look how chubby this kitty is. She's so fat.
Good for her.
And she's a good girl,
That's
too.
a good
I love
thing
her
for
very
cats,
much.
to be chubby.
Yes, it is. Makes them all the cuter.
For sure. Well, this week, we've got some games that are going to be coming out, right? It's 10/1, so we need to kind of go over some games that are going to be releasing in October.
Right.
So let's get to it. The first one, let's go check out the trailer. So what we're going to do is check out the trailer, and then we'll read a little bit from an article on each one of these as to, kind of what exactly it is that we're dealing with here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. So the first one is Dragon Ball The Breakers.
I think it'd be better if it was Dragon Ball Breakers.
That's what I was going to say is,
Yeah.
Are they breaking some balls?
The
Because
Dragon Ball Breakers.
It seems a little sus. Seems a little... Oh, we'll just watch it.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Peggy 12.
I don't think I've seen a Peggy 12 game, like, ever.
Oh, the rapture happened.
That or some dude just running around without his clothes on.
I prefer to believe that that's what it is.
No, alien.
So. It's not even his final form.
It's time to take a stand.
Where would I put it?
Wait, is this a survival Dragon Ball game?
We will find out here in a second.
Asymmetrical action.
Why are all the scenes just them, like, hiding, scared as shit? So somebody gets to play as Cell, I'm guessing. If it's an asymmetrical action game. So it's gonna kind of be like, what's that, Dead Before Daylight, or not? What's that one game?
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Or like the Jason Friday the 13th game.
Yeah.
One person playing as Jason, the rest is the survivors.
Yeah. There's no way.
Dang. Dang. Look at that. Would you just look at that?
I don't know, man.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Seems kind of not that great. What do you think?
I kind of like. I like the graphics art style.
Well, the art style's one thing, but it's just Dragon Ball itself ran its course in like 2005. Just saying.
So on this one here, Dragon Ball: The Breakers pits a team of 7 survivors, including Bulma, Bulma and Oolong, against the Raider, iconic series villain Cell, who appears to evolve over the duration of a match. While no in-game footage of them exists, well, they have in-game footage. This must be an old article that I picked here.
I don't know if that was in-game footage. That was more just like showing you what the game was going to be about, but there's no actual gameplay shown.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be in the same shared universe as Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. The connection is explained by the temporal stream. I know exactly what that is. A spot in the timeline in which players must try to escape each match. The most important
Did you actually know what that was, or did you read that?
No, I was just joking. I didn't know what it was. I'm a penguin. How am I supposed to know that?
Well, being a penguin, you're a semi-aquatic bird, so you should know everything about streams.
Yeah, but that's a temporal stream.
So
That's
a
a little
time
bit different.
penguin, so what? You are wearing the steampunk hat.
The most important part of this connection is that players will be able to link their Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 saves with Dragon Ball: The Breakers.
I was hoping I'd be able to do that.
While it hasn't been confirmed what exactly linking these saves will do, it can be assumed that players will be able to play their Xenoverse characters in The Breakers. Well, what do you know? What do you stinking know? So you're both kind of meh on it?
I, for one, feel like my life will not be complete until I play Dragon the Ball Breakers.
I kind of want to just try it, just because it does look somewhat interesting, but it doesn't look like it's going to be very good.
I kind of just want to play Evolve.
Isn't that game dead?
It's come back. It's come back.
Did it?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's along the same vein as what apparently is on display for us on that plate of leftovers.
Right. Well,
and I do emphasize leftovers because that's kind of what Dragon Ball is now.
Leftovers, huh?
Yeah. Table scraps. Nothing more.
They're movie things that they're like mini movies that they come out with. Those get pretty popular.
Mini movies.
Well, except for the live action one.
Well, that's Hollywood for you.
Yeah, I mean, that movie was kind of all right in its own stand. If it wasn't a Dragon Ball property, I would say it was actually kind of fun. But I think it was around the time that it was released that I just kind of got tired of the series as a whole. So,
Well, we'll go ahead and move on to the next game here. So, I'm going to go ahead and... This game's called Scorn. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, he's the main bad guy in the Gauntlet Legends series.
Oh, really? Well, good for him. Because that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
Okay.
So this is a game, and according to DualShockers.com, says it's more than a game. Scorn is an artistic experience, and it was built from scratch with this in mind. Scorn director Lubomir Peklar spoke to Gaming Bolt before about the game being a homage to the horrific paintings of Swiss artist H.R. Geiger,
Ooh, H.R. Geiger.
mostly recognized for his influence on alien xenomorph aesthetic, subject matter in art is all about the message of the artist and how it's communicated with the audience. Unlike Lovecraft, who took already predetermined concepts that people easily accepted and rejected them, such as the existence of the moon as a symbol of beauty, Geiger took the fear and inner alienation he felt during the Cold War and blended those feelings with macabre art to create distorted but meaningful art pieces. So it looks pretty dark, but also kind of like an artistic dark. Let's
Well, if you're dark but not artistic, then you're just emo.
possibly. So let's go over and give this official gameplay.
Parade here.
We're gonna check out this gameplay trailer here.
Sounds like a
See what we think.
Decayed, a grisly nightmare of macabre perception. Greetings. I'm your host, Doug Bradley, and I invite you to join me as we explore Scorn's mesmerizing labyrinth of odd forms and somber tapestries.
It's puke and blood. That's gross.
You awake
Icky.
in the middle of a desolate hellscape filled with
If I was puke and blood, I would be a
contraptions,
pretty scared
part
penguin.
Flesh, part machine. An industrial
That did not look like
civilization
something I would stick my
now
hand in.
lying
Yeah,
in
no.
decay and
I mean,
Oh, what will happen here?
I'd probably put my
hidden
flipper in there
force
because I don't
sleeps
think it would be able to catch it.
underbelly of the world, wanting nothing more than to be left undisturbed. Scorn has been carefully crafted with great attention to detail. Everything is focused on building a specific atmosphere,
Gross.
from a unique organic ecosystem to an unsettling soundscape created by Ethek and Lustmord.
Ah!
Scorn has no
like, extra rooms there, or
dialogue,
what the fuck?
so most of the storytelling comes from the environment, discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress.
This game seems to be
While
a lot
there
of
is
sticky
shooting
stuff,
within the game, Scorn is not a shooter.
He says as he shoots.
Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly.
Okay.
I hope you've
Squelching
enjoyed
noises.
this glimpse into the twisted world of Scorn. The team at Ebb Software can't wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience
No.
Scorn firsthand.
Wait, did he say this was a
October.
game?
I accidentally skipped the scene there. Sorry about that.
Are you prepared to unravel your inner self within Scorn's world of horror?
Horror. Raw. So they were saying they're the 21st, but we have a little bit of some good news. But we're gonna go over and show about it in this trailer. So let's give this a look here real quick.
Before you do that, I'd just like to point out anything with Doug Bradley and it has my attention at the very least.
Who's the publisher for this game? Is it Ed? Did I hear that right?
You said Ab Software.
Oh, Ab.
I don't know. I don't think id Software is doing anything anymore.
They did.
Icky textures.
Gonna be like the one game release earlier than it was scheduled for.
It's flip-flopping between 14 and 21.
Oh, an earlier release date on the 14th.
Oh, well, that's weird.
So you
It
can
comes
buy
out
this.
on my birthday. How
What's
about
up,
that?
everybody?
You can buy this for $35.99 on Steam for the regular edition, or $44.99 for the deluxe edition, which includes the soundtrack and a 192-page digital art book. Crazy, huh?
92 pages of people being devoured by creatures.
True Wizrad says, it looks like a very slow game that tries to do too much.
I'm actually kind of on the fence about that. It does look like it put a lot more into the visuals than it did to actually any actual gameplay.
I don't know.
Not gonna
It could be
lie.
like what's that one game, Penumbra or whatever? Or...
Yeah.
Well, Penumbra's a horror classic.
Yeah. Maybe I think it might be trying to be that.
Very well might be. But granted, Penumbra came out in what, like 2002?
No.
All right, so the next one on the list is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Hold on. I got to get some Mountain Dew and some Doritos Cool Ranch for this.
So I put together this, well, I just found this video where it just compares between the graphical differences, and I figure we'll just have this go in the background while we discuss. So 2022, of course, is this remake. The last one was in 2019, so it wasn't even that long ago. I don't know.
Now, the last remake was last year. Because every Call of Duty game is just a remake of the previous one with different guns.
Well, fair enough. So that was the original.
Can we get a backup on this and see those side by side?
It doesn't even seem like it's anything that's going to affect your gameplay that much. It's just kind of visual, like a visual update.
I mean, the details sometimes are... Technically, you could shoot a tire out and make the vehicle lower so it's easier to shoot somebody that's crouched behind you or something. I don't know.
Hey, it looks exactly the same to me.
Yeah.
With
Pretty much doesn't
shinier-
even look different.
The van looks nicer, I guess. But...
Yeah, they just got an updated van.
Okay. So, I guess while this is going on in the background, what are your guys' thoughts on these remakes that keep coming out?
Stop.
I mean, people keep buying them.
Oh, shooting at the dirt? Bro. They made shooting at the dirt better.
I mean, honestly, that does look better. they actually did improve on it.
The car suspension looks janky. I was watching this. You can't tell on that vehicle, but like on the, there's a couple other vehicles, it's like, it looks a little jank.
Just a little jank.
That one.
That's the original game.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
They improved the car suspension.
Oh, wow. So it just would jiggle a little bit when you get on it in the original, and now...
Yeah, now it actually does stuff.
Yeah. Oh, they added an extra stage of broken in the glass.
Oh yeah, the glass spider webs instead of just shattering. How innovative.
Wow. That glass is bulletproof.
This is going to be the future of gaming, guys.
Yeah. The future.
Well, anyway, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. You can purchase it again if that's your thing. It's not my thing because I'm a penguin, but...
What about car explosions? Are penguins into car explosions?
I think either because I enjoy good games.
Sure. The explosions of vehicles is very entertaining.
Popped off. That was kind of weird.
Oh, hey, they changed the color of that car with a grenade.
Wow. It's got some weird lighting effects there.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, anyway, we have any other ending comments on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
I'd rather give them as little as they deserve.
Fair enough.
Doritos Cool Ranch.
Kyle.
So the next game that we're going to check out is Gotham Knights. We're going to watch a trailer that came out actually a couple years ago, but that'll give a little bit of an idea of exactly what's going on with Gotham Knights.
Yee. Another Batman game.
In breaking news, we've received reports of an explosion somewhere north of the city.
We're still waiting for the police to confirm if there are any victims. This story is evolving rapidly. Please bear with us.
We heard this really loud boom. There was smoke. Emergency services have confirmed that they've discovered a body buried in the wreckage. We're still waiting for further details.
Emergency vehicles are on. That a large portion of the building has actually collapsed.
International news.
I'm going to skip forward on this.
Is this the same studio that did the
if you're watching this,
the other Batman games?
I'm dead.
I'm not sure.
This is a code black.
No.
This message
Some random person died. Oh no.
Batman is dead.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Bruce Wayne.
We both know it won't take long for Gotham's criminals to realize the Batman is gone.
It doesn't look like Ben Affleck, so I get why you...
And you can't count on the GCPD.
Affleck.
Haven't trusted us since Jim died. Gotham will need its protectors more than ever.
Not so Jim Gordon's dead.
I'm leaving you the Belfry as base of operations. Some of the technology is outdated, but it has the gear you need and all of my files. You've always had my back when I needed you. I know you'll keep Gotham safe. Good luck.
Good luck, he says.
And goodbye.
Scanning, enhance.
So does Robin's like thing there do anything other than just like obscure his identity? Like, I mean, because the Batman's like helmet actually like protects his head.
I would say that Robin's mask doesn't even mask his identity all that much. That was actually pointed out in the Green Lantern movie. Like where it's just covering your eyes. I just don't tell who you are what you do.
Yeah. Is this supposed to be Deadshot?
Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be Red Hood.
Red Hood? Oh, okay. Either way, isn't Red Hood supposed to be a fucking bad guy?
Well, he's an anti-hero. The entire storyline about Red Hood was that he was willing to kill criminals, whereas Batman was not, and that
Also,
made Batman better.
Isn't Red Hood originally Robin?
Dick Grayson, I believe, was the first Red Hood. I'm not big on DC, so I could be wrong, but if memory serves, Red Hood was Dick Grayson.
I'm just wondering what the implications of Robin and Red Hood being in the same room are, but...
Well, Robin was a number of different people, like Dick Grayson, another one, some dude I couldn't care about, somebody else I couldn't give a care about, because it's DC. So yeah.
Let's finish out this trailer.
Let's do that.
So is this going to be multiplayer?
You know what killed the dinosaur? dinosaurs, the Ice Age.
No one talks about them. Not a whisper word is said. For if you try to cross them, then Natal strikes you dead.
Wow.
That's supposed to be like a scourge or something, isn't it?
No idea.
Well, that didn't happen.
You're telling me we can already play this?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Might be something
It'll
I'll
be
look into. Seems like
here soon. Yeah.
I mean, if it's basically a multiplayer like Batman game, like the Batman games are pretty good or fun. Maybe a little repetitive, but I enjoyed them.
I played Arkham City for a little bit, but I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, so True Wizrad saying the Legend of Zelda, with Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and New God of War, most games seem pretty lacking.
Yeah.
I guess it just depends on what your expectations are of the game. I can go into a game having low expectations, like Deathloop, for example, but I'm still having a good time because I'm, expecting kind of a little bit lower quality, or not as high of quality.
My favorite intro to a review to that game is Donkey just repeatedly saying, "Welcome to Deathloop. Welcome to Deathloop."
All right, so the last game that we have on the docket for today is a game that's been out technically for a little bit on early access. We're going to go over and check out this gameplay trailer and then have a little bit of a discussion.
Okay. Oh, a tapestry.
I like tapestries.
Mountain Blade Bannerlord.
Ooh.
Supposed to be pretty cool too. Wasn't the original Mountain Blade done by one person?
I don't know about that.
Right.
looks pretty chaotic, but I think the
Extremely.
true Wizrad has a good point. That essentially that was White Tiger. Yeah, I do agree that the game, when we played it on early access release, was pretty jank. We had a lot of problems with
a lot of network issues. Yeah,
joining.
I would like to try it again just to see what's been improved, but I think I remember like playing the skirmishes or whatever, but like playing like the bigger like game modes or whatever, I remember that kind of being a bit confusing as far as like how the fuck you even do anything. So
yeah,
A little bit.
Well,
It just seems silly to me.
I wouldn't agree that it's ultimate epic battle simulator, because like you actually still play as like the actual characters or whatever, where battle simulator is just like you face Tyrannosaurus Rexes against a billion chickens or something like that, and you just watch it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I've had fun gameplay sessions in Bannerlord, but I wouldn't say that like it's a guaranteed you're going to have fun, because some of it is buggy, and I mean, a lot of that is just so freaking chaotic. It's hard to even kind of figure out a place. I'm just saying, like it gets to the point where you're just laggy in the game. You know, you can join, but it's laggy, and you know, it's hard to say if you're actually going to freaking hit anybody.
Yeah.
Just looks like a kind of a real-time strategy with updated graphics.
It's not, though. It's like you actually still...
Oh, so you control an entire regiment of people as though you are their commander?
Yeah, I mean, that's
kind of like how you would with
modes,
a real-time strategy.
RTS, you're going to be like controlling all the regiments, though, or like the entire army, where this is like you're in a squad. But then if you die, you get switched to another squad.
This is essentially like Dynasty Warriors, isn't it?
Dynasty Warriors, you're playing one ungodly, powerful, and unkillable creature that just kind of runs around a battlefield killing everything.
Yeah, it's still pretty bare bones, but they're apparently releasing it this month, the month of October.
Spooky month.
So
I'm gonna look at their subreddit.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
See what the general opinion is.
What, on Steam?
Yeah. Well, no, just like on Reddit.
Let's see, Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord. I don't see what it has on. Go to the store page here.
Looks like mods is what people are doing mostly.
It's very positive. 154,000 on all reviews. So, there's a lot of fans of it. But I agree, it's still in a pretty iffy state. I'm down with playing Sea of Thieves, but Shluby Snack falls asleep because of the water effects.
That would just make me need to pee.
But that's it on our coverage for today. Do we have any comments there, Mike?
A few, actually. Namely, your balls, wash them.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Schloobs, anything on Pete Davidson?
You know, I haven't really been keeping up on him recently. I don't know if there's any new news about him. I know that isn't he dating somebody else different now? Like,
I mean, probably.
It is Pete Davidson. He dates whoever he wants.
Weirdly.
Smash players, wash your balls.
Yeah. Let's see. Pete Davidson currently date. Now he may have actually dumped Kim Kardashian. That's weird.
Interesting.
And evidently Kanye His official name now is Ye.
Ye.
Oh, what, he like changed his name?
No, it's Ye.
Y-E. Well, Ye is the last part of his first name, Kanye, so I would imagine it's Ye.
Pretty sure it's...
But I couldn't tell.
They're calling it Ye. In the press releases and like when they're talking to him, they're calling him Ye.
Well, you know. He still makes $3,000 shoes out of recycled Walmart bags.
That's because
that haven't even gone through actual recycling procedure. It's just Walmart bags with soles on them.
I mean, that's because he's the greatest artist that's ever lived.
Absolutely. Lyrical mastermind that is absolutely not a gay fish. Either way.
Here,
watch those balls.
Since we got a mention of it, we're gonna do a look at Terraria, see if they have a recent update here.
Let's see what we got on that. Never played Terraria myself, but
Terraria update 1.4.4. Let's give this a look, and then we'll probably have to call it after that for the podcast. But since
so it's
the
been
True
nearly
Wizard,
4 months since the announcement of Terraria 1.4.4, and in that time we've had quite a lot of spoilers. So today I've put together a complete recap to get you fully up to speed. Let's jump into it. So let's start with balance changes and tweaks, and I'm going to paraphrase a few of these.
I think I'm going to try a different video.
Well, not gonna lie, just looking at Terraria, it looks like one of those free mobile games that harasses you with ads constantly to buy stuff.
This is not it.
Store.
Terraria is good.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular game.
It's a good game.
Not really my flavor, but yeah, over 44 million copies sold. I think that might be embellished a little bit by all the Humble Bundle packages that have sold that game, but
well, probably.
They put more effort into graphics.
Big fight, explore, build.
Feel like there's more to life than just dig, fight, explore, build.
So over the weekend, Red took to Twitter to ask Terrarians what they would like to add to Terraria. In a tweet, he wrote, "If you could add one thing to the Labor of Love update, what would it be?" Followed by, "There are these things that we call easy wins, small changes that require little time but have a big impact. I'm always looking for them." Now, as you can imagine, there were lots of responses. A lot of people have some kind of vague idea about an item for Terraria. So today we're going to be talking about all the ones that Red actually responded to and all the ones that it kind of seemed keen about. Now, we have a lot to go through, so I'm not going to be giving my opinion as we go through these. We're just going to blast through them. So, an option on the cell phone to go between World Spawn or your bed.
The hidden boss.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Chippy Gaming. So you join me, it doesn't work, and it's in a brand new world that isn't even in... It's probably post Moonlord. Like, that's the truth of it. That thing looked wild. So we'll give it a go. We'll see how we get on. Maybe we're underleveled, maybe we're not. Mechdusa time. Okay, that's good to know. So I've summoned this in a brand new world that isn't even in hard mode. Wow. Okay. The destroyer part is chunky and very giant.
Gosh.
I don't even know what I'm fighting here.
Looks a little too chaotic for me.
What is this?
Does that thing have boobs?
I do feel like maybe we've nailed the right point of progression now.
The titty
like,
skeleton.
this seems about right, but I'm not exactly sure. Those
they're
probes
like
placed like that, very sus, I gotta say. Very sus, but very interesting all at the same time. So it looks like the destroyer part of the fight is about halfway done, but in terms of health and all that, we don't look super hot. You know what I mean?
Does he have this sped
I'm
up?
gonna be careful. I don't want to fly this too high because gravity is quite low, and with the low gravity, it's not ideal. I think this is maybe the way to go. So this is completely on the surface.
That's crazy.
Now, the benefit of this being pre-hard mode is the enemies on the surface are not too bad. Because if we did this in hard mode, I mean, it would be the same fight, but it's not perfect. Right, so one thing is dead. So I'll let the Terraria veterans and the pros make their own assessment then on when they think this fight should be fought. Maybe it is. Maybe I have overspec'd a little bit. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But we're still alive.
Biome and items.
That's a good thing. So
I feel like it's hard to tell like when you're being hit and when you're not being hit.
A little bit.
Where's the new shimmered items showcase? Huh. It's not really showing much of the biome. I got all kinds of different extra items. That's crazy. Well, there you go. Check out 1.4.4 for Terraria.
Alright, I mean, I probably won't, but still. Hey, throw a pineapple into a vat of goo and you get ambrosia.
Well, there you go.
How delicious.
I almost thought that's a meth crystal instead of mana crystal.
Yeah,
Just floated up there and then they got it. Wow.
Upgrade your meth crystal.
A hat.
A peddler's satchel.
I mean, any hat can be a satchel.
Huh. Spell tome. Wow.
Neat.
Empowers your villagers, huh?
Blue brick 3
An
turns
ancient
into...
blue brick.
I guess I didn't realize that there was villagers in Terraria. I've never really played it. I've just seen videos on it. I think I've loaded into it one time and was like, I have no idea what to do, so I just closed it. But...
Huh. Shimmer arrows, huh?
Interesting.
What was the... Wow.
Oh, your regular arrows now have a glow to them. Let's throw
An
a
aether
fire
campfire.
into the thing.
It just literally explodes.
I'm
mean, are these just cosmetic things? Or...
sure they have, like, effects.
Who knows?
So essentially throw bunches of items into Aether and it will turn it into something different.
Wonder if you threw Terraria into that, it would become Minecraft.
Adds a whole other dimension to it. Wait, are we gonna... Oh, I thought he was gonna throw the town people into it, and he's just pouring it on them instead.
Oh, it turned her into a goth waifu. Oh, a furry. A mega furry.
I was gonna say it turned that one furry into another furry.
What the hell?
Not sure what to think about any of this.
I kind of wish I could just walk around like dumping ether on people.
That one guy was a tax collector.
Oh, it turned a wizard into a wizard from Final Fantasy. Party girl.
Spawned her outside.
Why would anybody want to be a party girl?
Wow, so you just dig down. That was a crazy looking weapon. There you go.
So the game just looks like diggy diggy hole.
So wait, do you not want to fall into said shimmering pool?
I'm not sure.
Also, calling it the shimmer and having that sort of rainbow effect over the top of it just makes me think of that movie Annihilation. Have either of you seen it?
You'll begin to fall slowly, phasing through all blocks until you reach an opening.
You become insubstantial.
Huh.
I guess that answers that question.
Immunity to shimmer phasing. It's not possible to fish in the liquid.
Wait, so how the fuck was he pouring it on people before, though?
Could I have a special bucket?
Oh, it wasn't a bucket, it was a cup.
Oh.
Which is just a small bucket.
Details.
Really? How to get the shimmer.
This sounds like how to get like an STD.
A little bit.
A bottomless shimmer specific bucket allows you to...
You get the shimmer when you don't wash your balls.
Oh, really?
Adding the shimmer to lava?
That's a little wild.
Oh, hey, look, he's got it in a bucket.
That's wild.
The physics of that is actually kind of...
Alright. Create an aether background. Oh, that's cool.
Went from a hellscape to the night sky.
I do kind of feel like this video is just 7 minutes of some dude throwing shit into water, though.
Basically, yeah. Just kind of the way it does seem, yes.
Rod of Harmony.
There's an innuendo in there somewhere.
Who is Rod and how is he so harmonious?
The Clintaminator, huh?
I don't know what either of those things are. Contaminator. Do I want that?
A moon dial. Oh, cool. You can just make it nighttime.
Oh, hey, demon rabbits.
A whoopee cushion?
Really?
Into a gas trap?
Whoopee cushion does not need to be upgraded. Just saying.
Releases poisonous gas when you open it up. Oh, dang. Crazy. Oh, nice. fill your gas trap with shimmer. I don't think... Do fish eat gummy worms? I suppose some of them probably would.
I mean, are we talking about in real life or the game?
In real life.
I mean, it's very
pretty sure a fish would eat a gummy worm. I'm not sure if it would be good for it, but
right.
Probably not, but distinctly possible.
Especially now I have diabetes.
All right. Well, there are some pretty cool things there, but that, I think, is probably all for the show today. So we've already had our little kind of suggestions over here at the end, and if this is content that you like, then please hit that like, subscribe, and follow button. And as always, thanks for watching. We will catch you on the next one, and also hail the partners.
Hail the partners.